Hello everyone, welcome back to Global Design Talk by btrax. I'm Susie, a UI UX designer at btrax, and we have our special guest here. Could you tell about yourself a little bit?
Sure. Hi everyone, my name is Wakana. I am a freelance service design strategist. I work on some projects with btrax. 6 months of a year with you guys. Maybe a little more.
A little bit more than that. You used to work as a full-time.
Yes, I used to work here as a full-time innovation service facilitator. So I'm still kind of doing similar stuff with you guys, but yes, I'm a mom, so I'm now sort of balancing out.
Could you tell us more about your personal life too?
Yeah, sure. So I have been sort of immersing myself in design field or creative field most of my life, and certainly that was my choice of career. But life happens, and I have worked in alcohol industries or theater, and then now I'm kind of back in design. But also another passion that I have is yoga. So yeah, today I'm hoping to kind of chat a little bit about that relationship between creativity and like yoga and mindfulness.
Thank you. So you mentioned that you have been working with btrax for like one of our design thinking or workshop facilitator, right? Could you tell us what we actually doing right now?
Yes. So it is kind of like design thinking workshop is to empower anybody really. We particularly tend to work with people who come from like engineering backgrounds or like kind of tech heavy background, but empower them to think that creativity is for everybody and help them and teach them and show them ways to look at things differently. So that's what we do.
Right, yeah. Every time, like in the beginning of the workshop, we have to like emphasize this is like about the mindset. It's not the process. It's not about like how you get there. It's more like how you think.
Yeah.
Like the methods.
Exactly.
Thinking methods, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So could you also tell us about why you think it's important to do it, especially for like tech backgrounds or any like non-design background people?
Yes. So ultimately, our world, right, is full of problems.
Right.
Yeah? Anything. I mean, oh my God, I cannot find matching socks, right? That's a problem. Yeah. Oh my God, my boyfriend has been such a jerk. That's a problem, right? Or like, why do I have to do laundry so often? And all that. But I believe that I call it problem for sake of convenience, but every problem can be approached in creative way. And when you have a creativity to approach a problem, I think that possibility expands. So it's so easy. We live in such a tech-heavy world where we try to solve a lot of problems with technology, which I actually embrace, and I'm a tech geek myself as well. But I think we've come to realize that that's actually not enough. You need to combine that kind of soft sort of humanness, which is the creativity, and apply that to the technology we have, and that's when we can really, really create a change. That's what I believe. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So as you facilitate the workshops for like someone who's not a designer, what are some like struggles or like challenges that you face?
Sometimes, so I have to also challenge my own bias or like my assumption. So I feel like, oh, like they must know this, right? Or like I don't even think that they may not know. Then they ask me certain questions like, oh, like, why do you have to start there? Then that's like, oh, okay. So sometimes I also have to catch myself with my own assumptions and biases that as a designer who are surrounded by other designers,
Right.
creative people, that not everybody see things different in the same way. So to kind of even put myself in their shoe and try and so that I can teach, I first need to put myself in their shoe and try to understand where they're coming from. So that can be difficult because I've never worked as an engineer. So that could be a challenge sometimes,
Right.
but it's a good challenge.
Right, yeah. I'm actually a part of that project as well. And then, yeah, I learn a lot of different things every day. Everything's really fresh to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just like interacting with someone that doesn't have the same like way of thinking. It's like, it's a good way to stimulate myself too. So it's really fun to just work with them.
Yeah.
So we actually had one of our, I guess, challenges, right, recently with the clients or with the students. Could you tell us about what happened?
Yeah. So because again, they have to learn a lot of things all at the same time.
Yeah.
They are living in a foreign country because they're usually coming from Japan to, it's kind of immersion program that we are doing. So they fly all the way and stay here for 10 weeks. So they're coming from different country and they're living in different environment with the language, especially food and language. And then they're learning a new way of thinking. So it's a lot of things that they're dealing with, right?
Yeah, but actually this workshop is for 10 weeks.
Yes.
For this one.
Yeah. So especially at the beginning, I think one of the biggest challenges that they have, and because of that, we have, is the communication style.
Right.
It's not even like the language barrier, but it's beyond, like it's not even there. So it's the communication style. So, you know, like people, the English language itself, or the countries who use English as a first language, this is not my first language, so to say we sounds like it's not the right way. But anyway, English is such a direct language, right? So therefore, our communication style tends to be more direct than Japanese, for example.
Yeah.
Japanese is all about like, come on, read between the lines, right? Can you kind of fill out the vibe? So because of that, this particular episode that we had, that we could just not quite identify what the real problems were. We thought, oh my God, like, you know, like maybe they're not enjoying the program. Like, I wonder if they miss home. But turned out that they actually had something that they've been kind of like wanting to say, but they didn't know how to say. And it's been bottling up, you know, within them. So, but they're kind of used to, you know, putting everything under the carpet and just pretending everything is okay. But it's not okay. The team cannot function. Real creativity cannot happen if you pretend, right? You have to be authentic.
Right.
So that was like a kind of challenge we had to face and figure out a way to kind of break that
definitely
tension.
Yeah, like you said, it's beyond the language. It's more of like, maybe it's culture itself, maybe the company hierarchy there is like different, right?
Yes.
So all that different aspects was like affecting them, and then we were not able to like communicate as efficient as like we wanted. But so this actually happens a lot of time, right? Like team building and like getting trust and everything. How do you get them like open up?
Yeah. So I'm sure many ways to do this, but because, you know, for me, yoga is my tool to kind of like reach within. And so that's how I started incorporating yoga and meditation as part of our daily routine, to kind of like sort of teach them and teach us to kind of be okay to be vulnerable and then really understand, like tuning ourselves in with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like to incorporate exercise like that
Right.
at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, so we have like a little clock in every day in the morning. And then during that session, probably like around 8:30 or 9 a.m., we do this like a yoga or sometimes like a meditation, little stretch that she facilitates. And then, yeah, it looks like in the past, students been enjoying that a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
And sometimes we do team building exercises.
Right, yeah.
And so, yeah, we kind of try to incorporate like a lot of that kind of practice being vulnerable or trust building or kind of tuning in within that kind of stuff, don't we?
Right.
Yeah.
At btrax, we offer design thinking workshops like this to help you a better problem solver. So if you're interested in this type of work, please let us know. Reach out to us via our website. In our next episode, we're going to keep this conversation going, and then we're going to dive more into the meditation and how mindfulness can affect our creativity. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.